A check of county records shows Sheriff Randy Hainish has logged less than 2 hours at the office since the start of the year, and just 82 days all of last year.
Hainish's salary is in the neighborhood of $100,000, but records show he clocks in far less than 40 hours a week. However, the sheriff is telling us that number doesn't reflect the time he's on the job. Madeline Anderson has been following this story, and she joins us now live in the newsroom with more on our big story. Madeline?
Well, Jeff and Amy, I actually just got off the phone with the sheriff to ask him about these numbers. He says his job often involves work outside of the office, such as calls he takes from home or law enforcement trainings he attends. Now, the hours we're talking about come from electronic card swipes. So when the sheriff uses his key fob to enter or exit the sheriff's department building, it records the time. Based on those numbers, you'll see he hasn't spent much time in the office. The records show during the first half of 2012, Hainish usually logged just a couple hours a day, and some months like April came to work just 4 times. If you thought that wasn't much, in August the number dropped to 0. Between then and now, he's keyed in a total of 11 days. 11 days in a 6.5-month period. At least one member of the county board isn't too surprised.
I've heard talk from general public and then from different law enforcement officials about the sheriff not being available or not being at the sheriff's department, probably starting last summer.
This past summer was also the same time when his wife, Kim Hainish, was being investigated for stealing prescription meds while working as a probation officer. Hainish admits he has had to take some time off this past year to help his wife deal with her addiction. He also mentions that he usually uses a regular key to get into the building, and that obviously doesn't electronically register. Now, under state statute, a sheriff is not required to keep specific hours. Hainish wouldn't say specifically, though, how much time he thinks he actually works during the year. He was first elected to the position in 2001.
Now, Madeline, is there any indication from the sheriff whether he'd consider resigning his position in connection to all of this?
Well, actually, the sheriff did say that he may consider retiring from office before his term is up, but that's depending on the sentence his wife, Kim, receives. She was ultimately convicted of stealing medications from clients she supervised while she was working as a Marathon County parole agent.